Welcome to Dog Hugs, your podcast celebration sponsored by Tether Tug. Pull, tug, spin. Loving pets, that's what we do. Doggy Wanna, dog toys and treats crafted with naturally calming doggy nip. Equus, USA human-grade natural shampoos, conditioners, flea and tick sprays. With your hosts, Larry and G-Dog. That's Geralynn Cada and me, Larry K. On today's show, it's Bernadette Smith, diversity, equity, and inclusion at work. Plus, we celebrate the ASPCA the whole rest of the month of April. Big giveaway today, so sit and stay.
Welcome, everybody, to Dog Hugs. I am Geralynn Cada.
I'm Larry K, and somewhere, there he is, Mr. Q, buddy, is Spider the trick dog. He's doing so well.
Notice he missed the naughty on that introduction.
Yeah, that was really nice. Yeah.
He's not as naughty anymore, so he really is kind of losing that title now, isn't he?
That's right. He's a huggable trick dog now.
He is.
So, folks, if you're new to the show, let us know. If this is your first time watching us in the audience, where are you from? Welcome. We've got a great show with you today. A good friend of mine and a new friend of Geralynn's, Bernadette Smith, who has a really uplifting message about inclusion in the workplace, diversity, equity in the workplace. Beautiful stuff.
And yesterday we talked a little bit about bias. Today we're talking about inclusion, or actually I'll say more bullying, right? Yeah. Yesterday with Chrissy Joy, love her. Yeah. Oh, she's so lovely. And today with Bernadette about inclusion. But Larry, are there any breeds of dogs that you might have a little bit of bias towards?
Wow, that's great. You know, you're gonna
maybe not intentionally either.
Well, I kind of check out the owner when I see, any kind of a pit bull, and if the dog has a prong collar or a choke chain, I avoid this situation. But if they're walking happily on a leash, I'll be really cool about it. Hello, Spider.
So we're going to discuss a little bit about that today, and especially with that being a part of how we might have a bias towards different breeds or types of people. Interesting thought process.
Yeah. What about yourself?
So I try to understand that every breed deserves a chance. And if they're in that much distress, it's for a reason. And I usually, as a trainer, know how to change their mind. And 99.9% of the time I'm successful. So I have a different outlook, but I can completely understand old Geralynn and how she used to have a bias, maybe about certain things. And it just takes time and education and information.
That's really
inspiration
true.
To change your mind about biased opinions.
Yes, Geralynn, Spider has a fan here. Diane says, what a cutie, and wants to know if it's a blue heeler puppy. Thank you, Diane, on behalf of Spider, who is now 7.5 years old, that he's been mistaken for a puppy. I like that. Love this hugging dog. Yeah. And
he is like a puppy. He's like a puppy.
Our big winner from yesterday's show, yet again, Kimberly. Congratulations.
Hi, Kimberly.
Loves Spider as well. And speaking of our giveaway, every day on this show, we do a giveaway from one of our sponsors. And today is from Tether Tug. Geralynn, tell us about that.
Well, my backyard has 3 Tether Tugs in it for my 3 dogs, so they don't have to decide who gets which turn. So we have 3.
You have 3 tetherball courts for dogs in your backyard. That's so cool.
3. And then on top of that, I can take off the attachment and I can play fetch with the attachments if I want to engage them together. So I'm a big fan of Tether Tug. I always have been from their inception, and I will be in perpetuity just because my dogs love them.
So. Nice. So
Sign up for the giveaway. Yes.
Yeah, so the way it works for the giveaway, if you live in the USA, we're going to do a drawing. Spider's going to do a drawing at the end of the show. And if you're in the USA, let us know. We'll give you a number, and that number will be on one of these here tennis balls that Spider's going to fetch out of the wheelorama. Okay, so it's a special month. It's Prevention of Cruelties to Animals Month. So let's get right into that. April is Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Month. The ASPCA, the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, started this pet holiday in 2006, and it's now a national celebration for protecting animals against cruelty. The ASPCA recommends a number of things we can easily do to protect animals from cruelty. And if we do just one, we've made the month successful. We've made the world better. Here's some things you can do, I think, easily. One, show your support online. You can easily share content about animal welfare that you like, such as this show. You can share links to organizations such as the ASPCA and your local animal shelter. Now, if you're thinking about getting a pet, you can make adoption your first option. That's why we support in every Dog HUGS episode a shelter shout out. And if you have money, you can donate from your abundance to an animal welfare organization or a local animal rescue organization. Mahatma Gandhi, the legendary leader of nonviolent resistance in India, said, "The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated." We can also say that the greatness of each of our souls and our moral progress can be judged by the way we treat animals. There's a well-documented link between cruelties to animals and subsequent violence against people. Before Gandhi spoke his words, before Gandhi was born, the ASPCA was founded in 1866 by an American diplomat named Henry Bergh. At the time, it was a radical idea. Horses were routinely beaten. Pet dogs were kidnapped for ransom by local dog catchers. Cockfights and dog fights to the death were considered acceptable entertainment. But Henry Bergh and the ASPCA politicked to get the New York State Legislature to pass the USA's first ever anti-cruelty to animals law. Horses were the focus of the ASPCA then, as they were used for transporting anything that wasn't on a railroad or a ship. The ASPCA operated ambulances for injured horses. Today, the ASPCA has inspired many more organizations and laws and our morality. Today, animal rescue is commonplace at natural disasters. At Dog HUGS, we give a big hug to the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Right back with more Dog HUGS. Tether tug. This looks like something Spider is going to enjoy. Yes, Spider's going to enjoy tether tug.
One of the world's Arctic Husky type dogs, the Siberian Husky, is known for being an escape artist. This medium-sized, ready, willing, and able working dog is beautifully balanced, and her power, speed, and endurance are perfectly proportioned. Originating in Northeast Asia, they were bred for sled pulling and companionship. If your husky is not a recreational musher, She will definitely make her job pulling you on the leash. Loving Pets Foundation's treats are an ideal reward when working to establish a schedule or when teaching new skills. They're small, soft, bite-sized treats. And all packages come with a free carabiner, which allows you to attach the package to your belt loop, or leash for easy access. At Loving Pets, we make solutions for better pets easier. Loving Pets, it's what we do.
Alaska's Iditarod Trail is the most famous sled dog race in the world. Teams race for 8 days if they're fast, or 15 days if they get caught in blizzards. The annual race celebrates a 1925 rescue mission during a pandemic. Diphtheria medicine had to be rushed to the village of Nome. An elite dog sled team with the best husky-type breeds battled blizzards to save the village. The most famous sled dog was Balto.
Doggywana, from the makers of Meowwana. Dog toys and treats crafted with naturally calming doggy nip. Check us out on TikTok.
World Veterinary Day 2021. This year's theme is the veterinarian response to the COVID-19 crisis. The World Veterinary Association organizes the event to raise awareness about urgent animal health issues around the world. They also give awards and grants, organize vaccination campaigns, and hold medical conferences. Recent major awards have gone to veterinary associations in India, Uganda, France, and Jamaica.
Your pet suffer from red, itchy skin or flea bites and nothing you've tried seems to help? Equus Microtech Shampoo and Spray are the finest and most cost-effective option available. Microtech Shampoo and Spray soothe on contact. Why go to the vet? Help your dog or cat with just one application at a fraction of the cost. Microtech stops scratching, biting, and licking instantly. Microtech smells great, and it's safe for use on puppies or kittens. Available online at eqyss.com. Microtech Shampoo and Spray. It's guaranteed.
And now back to the show. What you got?
I really think that I have been able to take the skill of not having bias against any breed of dog, regardless of their aggressive behavior or their sweet nature or whatever it is. No bias, and I've been able to transfer that into the way I handle human animals that I work with every day. And I think that's an important takeaway from what Bernadette's going to have to say today, regardless of where you operate from, to help understand others and understand yourself. Self-awareness is huge here. It's a huge part of a takeaway today, being aware of how you operate so that you can understand how others operate.
I can vouch for you, Geralynn. You walk that walk. And I know you do that with me. Thank you.
I just look at you like a big rescue dog, Larry. Just kidding. That was a joke. No,
I got floppy ears or pointy ears. Maybe one and one.
Tongue in cheek. No, yeah. I just love everyone, and I know everybody. I've always walked with this thought process of everyone's had a rough time at some point, and everyone deserves a second chance, or a third chance, or a 10th chance, as long as they're not pushing their luck.
Yeah. We got some wonderful comments here. This is from Diane in Oklahoma. Oklahoma banned dog fighting and vocal fighting. Interesting, by law. I don't even know what vocal fighting is. Does that mean when I yell, Diane? That's really
it must be an assault technique to yell at someone, because it seems to shut them down. So I love really that Oklahoma would do that. Yeah.
Oh,
thank you for sharing that.
For my dad, fabulous public interest spot. And my dad, who knows Spider personally, also says Spider is a sweetheart, even if a tiny bit naughty.
He'll always remain a little tiny naughty at the end of his signature. So that's okay. Yes. So, and happy belated birthday. Miss you. Cannot wait to see you again in Los Angeles.
Yes. Yeah, Geralynn and my dad share a birthday date 1 day apart. Aisha Barnes, who has won the contest in the past waves, and you're in the contest again, Aisha. If you win, however, you don't get the tether tug. Somebody else does. Instead, Aisha, you'll get one of my books.
The tether tug is fantastic, but the book's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Wait, book's pretty good too. Yes.
Book's pretty good too. Yeah. So you can still enter the giveaway, folks. Just write it in the chat if you're in the USA that you want to be in the giveaway. We'll give you a number, and hopefully Spider will draw your number from the Wheel-O-Rama.
And the tether tugs are so nice and durable. You're going to love them since spring has sprung in so many areas of the globe. You'll absolutely love it, especially USA. You'll love it.
Yeah. So Kathleen wants to know, where is Spider? He's over there. I think he's on his.
Oh no, there he froze.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, am I back?
Yay.
Okay. And
you're back.
And Diane says, that's not being naughty. That's love for humans.
Oh, Spider definitely loves his humans. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So get in the giveaway. So our guest today is a good friend of mine and new friend of Geralyn's. This is Bernadette Smith from Chicago area, who has some amazing messages for us on. She's really helped open me up about diversity in the workplace, things that we can do now, and inclusion and equity in the workplace. That's so important. You're going to love her. You're going to see, at some point, you're going to see Bernadette on really big stages. She has such an important message to share, and the way she says it is just so powerful. Yeah.
She's fantastic.
Just got to just do one more before we go. Humans is doggy talk. Okay.
Yes, it is.
This
and
is
I talk
great.
doggy talk, so it makes sense.
Thank you, Jane. I just love you guys. Okay, here we go. And Bernadette Smith.
Chandler is so adorable. Tell us a little bit about Chandler, including what breed he is.
Sure. This is Chandler. This is my stepdaughter's puppy. He just turned 1 yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Chandler.
Yeah, Chandler he's a teddy bear. He's a teddy bear puppy. And a teddy bear is a collection of different designer breeds, combo breeds, essentially. I think in the most common of which is Shih Tzu and Bichon. And that is what Chandler is.
And I'm a huge fan of Bichons, and I love Shih Tzus. So.
He's very sweet.
So I think they're the perfect mix of the little angel dog and the little devil dog. So they kind of meet in the middle, right?
Yeah. He's got a little bit of both. He loves love. He loves to play with his tug toys. And he's a sweet puppy. He really gets into everything now. I mean, he looks for every scrap of food in every corner of the house, every crumb that he can find.
That's the Shih Tzu side, not the Bichon side, by the way. Well, no, actually my Bichon got into everything, so it's both.
You've got a double then, that Bernadette, with Chandler.
That's right. So Chandler's with us in this house about half of the time, and then he spends about half of the time at the other house with his other furry friends, and we are very grateful to have him when he's here. He's very sweet.
Does he make an adaptation, do you notice, when he first arrives?
He goes around and greets everyone, and he basically does like a scouring of the house just to kind of reset, and then
he's looking for treats.
Yeah, he's probably looking for treats, any crumbs that showed up while he was gone, and then he settles down.
We should change his name to Hoover. I changed one of my dog's names. My Bichon's nickname was Hoover because he would look for all the treats.
Well, Chandler, thank you so much for joining us for this little bit. I know you've got a busy day ahead.
Thank you, Chandler. We love you.
Okay, bye, Chandler. Say bye-bye.
Oh, look at that face. I love him.
All right.
He does look like an Ewok, doesn't he? I think he looks like resembles an Ewok.
Good boy, Chandler. He's a sweetie.
So, Bernadette, I'm so curious. What inspired you to even go down this path of changing people's attitudes, vernaculars, and bias in this category?
Well, I'll tell you how I started my first business 17 years ago. I was living in Massachusetts when the state Supreme Court ruled in favor of same-sex marriage, and it was the first state in the country to allow for same-sex couples to legally marry back in 2004. And I decided right then and there that I was going to be a gay wedding planner. I was going to help these couples navigate a very traditional industry, help them feel safe and supported. And back then, only about a third of Americans supported marriage equality. So it was a big deal. So anyway, that's how I started my career. But I ended up writing 3 books all about same-sex weddings, being hired to then train companies and hotels and people in the wedding industry all about LGBTQ inclusion. And then as time went on, all of a sudden I find myself as this like luxury wedding planner in New York City planning these $250,000 weddings. And I sort of didn't feel like the activist wedding planner anymore. So I basically phased out that business and focused more on the training and speaking, first on LGBTQ topics and now beyond. And that's what I do now is I speak and train and write on diversity, equity, and inclusion for everyone. But it all comes down to this big feeling of wanting to create spaces where everyone can feel safe to be authentically themselves.
So Bernadette, that is quite something to give up. A business, a very lucrative and prestigious business. Why, if I'm a business owner, why does diversity and inclusivity matter to me?
It matters for a few reasons. One is because Generation Z and millennials are incredibly diverse. They're racially and ethnically diverse. They're more diverse about their sexuality and their gender, and they're looking to do business with companies that reflect their values. And they're also looking to work at companies that reflect their values. Oh. So there's certainly in a tight job market, especially if there's a war for talent in tech, for example, there's some leverage that younger folks have in expecting companies to be inclusive of their diversity and other diversity. So certainly it's about attracting talent, retaining that talent, better understanding your customers who are also incredibly diverse. If you have a more diverse talent pool, you're more likely to better understand your diverse customers. So it's really kind of an approach that is important for not only the marketplace, but also for human resources and the employee experience.
Definitely.
And there's a lot of data about the financial benefits of diversity, equity, and inclusion. So
can you cite one?
Yeah, I mean, McKinsey has found that companies which have diverse and inclusive teams, especially gender diversity in this particular study, are about 35% more profitable.
Really?
Yeah.
I believe that.
This is
Absolutely.
McKinsey, the big high-powered consultants.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, lots of data about about 70% of millennials and Gen Z find it very important to work for a company that values diversity and inclusion.
Such a monumental decision that should have been made centuries ago, but I'm so glad it's being so many eyeballs are on that now, and it's actually making a difference. It's not just talked about. So Bernadette, what can I do today? What change could I make today that could make a difference in moving this forward? I do my best, but is there anything else you could offer?
Yeah, I would encourage you to think about your own personal networks, the people that you do business with, the people that you refer business with, the people that you shop with, the restaurants you support, and look at the diversity of those business owners and those contacts that you have. In your tightest professional circle, do those people primarily check the same demographic boxes that you check? And if they do, which is incredibly common, then that's just normal because that's the way our brain is wired for comfort and safety. We naturally want to do business with and spend time with people who are like us because our brain thinks that people who are like us are safe. And so that accidental exclusion of others is exclusion. It's still exclusion. And it means that we are often not giving people who are different from us a fair shot or a leg up or a chance. And
that's like only sticking to a Bichon. Like if you only wanted Bichons and you only petted Bichons and you only talked to Bichons, I mean, so I that doesn't resonate with me at all. I've always been inclusive of everything, but you never know. Sometimes we have a bias we don't realize. So get it a little bit into bias for a moment, as opposed to assumptions that we make about a Bichon, for instance.
Yeah, I mean, our brain might make shortcuts that say, you know, because dogs typically behave in a certain way. You know, our brain makes little boxes about dogs and about people, you know, that says pit bulls are, or Dobermans are, or Bichons are. You know, those are assumptions that our brain makes about breeds, as it does about people, that that are stereotypes. And those stereotypes often mean that we're missing other alternatives. They often mean that we're not seeing the full picture. We're not giving other breeds a fair shot.
Correct. I love how you called that a shortcut. It's just that my brain needs to make a decision. You know, buy socks, check off this box. It's done. I can move on to the next.
It's like a default setting, right? It's like a default setting.
Yeah.
Because you don't know where else to go. So it's your immediate go-to. And you can change that. You actually can check a different box. And go, but it takes a moment to retrain your thinking and your reactionary behavior, as Bernadette said. It's kind of a reaction that you've been trained into. So if you can untrain that and retrain it in a way where you look at things through a different frame or a different lens, then there's the magic in all of us getting along.
Yeah, excellent. Thanks, Geralynn. So Bernadette, how do you meet me and retrain me where I'm at, or how do we meet people when they're on their journey?
You know, honestly, for me as a speaker and trainer, it's about sharing my own experience, because I don't always get it right. I have lots of privilege. I have offended people. I have made all sorts of mistaken assumptions. And I do this for a living. And so I have no problem speaking about that, showing my own vulnerability, my own path. I mean, for a long time, I focused on the gay thing. You know, that's my thing. But it meant that I wasn't really showing up for people who were Black or people with disabilities. Like, I wasn't doing my best for other folks besides the folks who are like me. And so by sharing stories like that and sharing some of my own journey, it usually gives people something to latch onto and say, okay, she did that. I can see my own progress here too, my own opportunities here too. And that seems to work. That seems to be really effective, because it's a process. None of us are perfect. We're all basically afraid of saying the wrong thing. And for most of us, that means we don't say anything. And instead of not saying anything, we should ask a question.
Thank you for that encouragement, Bernadette. Folks, we'll be right back with more with Bernadette Smith. Geralynn and I truly enjoy getting to know you and your dogs. Your comments bring Dog Hugs to life. Thank you for making Dog Hugs so much fun to share. You know, if you have ideas for topics, let us know. Chances are someone else is thinking about that idea or would love to learn what you want to learn.
Bernadette, we love to shout out special shelters that our guests have an affinity for. Is there a shelter that you would love to give a shout out today on our show?
Yeah, the Animal Care League in Oak Park, Illinois is pretty much around the corner from where I live. And I know they do a lot of really great things for the pups and kitties in the area who don't have a home. So Animal Care League of Oak Park.
Wonderful.
Beautiful. And Bernadette, this show is wrapped in gratitude. Is there somebody in your life or in the world who you'd love to give a shout out or a blessing to today?
You know, I'm really grateful that you said that, because honestly, we have a gratitude ritual in our home. And every night at dinner, if we're all sitting at the table together, we go around and we say our favorite part of the day and something that we're grateful for each day. And I guess on that note, I would say that I'm grateful for my partner who initiated that tradition. And also she wrote a couple of gratitude journals. So it's something that's near and dear to her heart, and also something that's a really important part of our family.
Thank you for that. That sounds like something that I'd love to try.
Hope everyone will do. Don't you hope everyone will start doing that?
Yeah. You know, it's something that my partner Heather says, that our brain cannot biologically hold negative and positive thoughts at the same time. Huh. So if we have a gratitude ritual, and even if it's writing down every day 5 things that you're grateful for, it gradually builds this level of optimism.
Beautiful. Bernadette Smith, thank you so much for sharing Chandler and your wisdom with us on Dog Hugs.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you, everyone. Thank you both.
Thank you. Happy birthday, Chandler. Belated.
That was terrific. Oh, look at that.
He thinks I'm a Pez dispenser for some reason. Just kidding.
And you're showing him that he's correct.
Yes, he is correct. Actually, yes.
So
no, isn't he lovely?
Is this a dog you're training, Geralynn?
Yes, he looks like Chandler a little bit, doesn't he?
Sure does.
He's a Havishon, which is a Bichon Havanese mix. They're cousins. No incest there, just cousins, like unrelated. So he's lovely. He is almost 5 months old. He's learning to shake and roll over, sit, lay down, be a good puppy for his parents. And yes, he looks a lot like Chandler. He's quite lovely. He's very teddy bearish, isn't he?
Yeah, very, very sweet. Very sweet.
He's a good boy.
Had some wonderful comments that appeared all the way through that. And you're welcome on behalf of Bernadette, Diane.
She's fantastic.
Everybody. Yeah.
She is fantastic. And her partner, fantastic.
Yeah. All right. We're going to do the giveaway now. And folks, we have 8 people signing up for a chance to win. That means that 8 tennis balls, numbers 1 through 8, are going in the wheel-o-matic. And I might.
Wheel-o-rama.
Sorry, the wheel-o-rama.
Wheel-o-rama. Larry, get it right already, will you? I mean, seriously, it's been almost a year of this whole wheel-o-rama thing, but no bias against your memory. Just kidding.
By the way, Spider has been working on your doggy wanted toy, Geralynn, for months now. I think he finally got it in today.
He did?
Yeah. So it has lasted a super long time.
Nice.
But he finally got into the guts here.
Hey, that's pretty impressive, though, because for that breed, he should have shredded that a long time ago, which means he cares, and he cares about his toy.
My favorite story is that my dad, who made the comment earlier here, gave him what was labeled an indestructible toy. It was this like plush teddy bear. Spider grabbed it in his front paws, put his mouth on the teddy bear's head, and went pop to the indestructible toy.
Well, you'll be happy to know that we have Doggy Wanna version 2, a tougher chew for tougher chewers,
even
coming out soon.
This will last a long time.
I'm impressed.
It's still good. I think I could still, give it to him.
They're great quality. Just take the stuffing out. But yeah, they're great quality.
Spider has so many fans.
He does, and absolutely rightly so. All right, so stop.
All right. Oh,
we
yeah.
have the winner.
That's right.
We got winner.
We got to pick a winner here. Okay, just a second. Let me put Spider up big so we can get this drawing happening. Hey, come on.
And you can watch Baby Shark, and we'll talk about puppy teething on another episode, right?
His reward today is not going to be a treat, but it's going to be his half-chewed doggy wanted toy. Wait.
That's a treat. He'll love it.
Go get it. Bring it up here. And our winner today is Number 2.
See?
Number 2.
2 doesn't always finish last. Larry.
Yeah, that's right. Number 2 is Francis Di Stefano. Congratulations,
Yay!
Francis.
Congratulations.
You win the tether tug, and I'll connect with you offline right after the show is over.
Bless you.
Oh, this is so beautiful. I just love when you guys congratulate each other. Aisha, who's been a winner, congratulating, and Kathy Ann. Oh, shout out. Yeah. This is so great.
Nice.
You guys are the best. Yeah. So every Tuesday and Wednesday, we have a live show, and then we do replays on the other days. And please get your friends to come and share, and we'll have even more and more fun. Wait a minute. You're so little, Geralynn.
We love having you. We love having you as our guest on Dog Hugs. We have so much to share and so many fun little baby sharks to share, right?
Speaking of love, Geralynn, I know you've got some special gratitude today.
I do, Larry. You know, I always love to commemorate the people who walked in the shoes before us, especially the ASPCA, and all of the people that helped bring the ASPCA into being. You know what they witnessed before they created that organization. It had to be tough.
Yeah.
It had to be heartbreaking, some of the things that they were witness to. So thank you, everyone that was involved with bringing it to being, and also keeping it going so that we can prevent cruelty to animals. It's just all animals, whether they're furry or not so furry, like humans. So let's just stop being cruel to one another. Kindness is a thing, and it's an amazing thing. And I believe we shouldn't operate from scarcity in a way that makes us be cruel to one another.
Amen, sister.
So there's enough for all of us. Let's just share and get along.
True that. And folks, we are especially grateful
for you.